What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. As you can see, the fourth Xbox contest has come to an end, and boy, do we have a fun story to tell about this one. This poll was had a three-way tie for last place earlier today, and that was between Splitgate, Halo Infinite, and Fall Guys. And now, all of a sudden, of course, as you can tell, the rankings have shaked up. So let's go over all the games and also go over the poll that we had before that also ended. So let's start off with who got last. As you can see by the rules here, you'll know that whoever's last is not going to be in the streaming schedule. And that game goes to Halo Infinite multiplayer. Does this surprise me? No, absolutely not. I figured this would happen because if you take a look at last season and how they performed, they were one of the most awful games in terms of scoring last season. They did nothing. Basically, it was like streaming nothing. It's almost like I don't stream at all. There's like two or three games that were worse than it last season. So it's honestly no surprise that Halo Infinite will not be making it to the next season. Like, I like the game to death, but there's got to be some criticism here. If you're not able to pull in enough supporters to keep your game in the leagues, which they were in League 1 last season as well, which wasn't even the lowest league in the streaming category. And they were just doing awful. They were performing views worse than games in League 2 despite having longer streaming times. There's some things about this game I just don't get. Well, I have to say, first off, this is an Xbox exclusive game, which means you won't be able to play this on PlayStation. That's part of the problem, but that's not going to be the entire issue here. The entire issue is mainly the matchmaking, because you're playing the same game modes every time you select a playlist, in which you have to select a playlist in order to find a match really quickly, otherwise it'll take like 50 years. And it's honestly ridiculous. They should focus on a system that's kind of like COD, where you join a lobby and then the lobby will randomly pick a game mode. That's honestly how it should go. Instead of having to queue up for a match every single time you want to play the game, and that causes the wait times to go up as well. I mean, I've had times where I've had to queue up for a match for 3 minutes, which is ridiculous for most games, especially in around where I live, which I honestly don't believe that is an issue, but it's an issue. So, Halo Infinite will be in, I think, at most Class E now. For those of you who have been paying attention to Discord, there's now Class D, E, and F. Those are for videos only, and they're most likely going to be around Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. At least for those three leagues. The upper leagues get the better days of the week, so honestly, good luck, Fall Guys, attracting an audience there. I have no clue what's going to happen. I don't have high hopes for this game, honestly. It's not a prospect that you really want to see. I mean, it's just like if you ask anyone to play a shooter game, no one's going to pick Halo Infinite. I like the way it works. I like the game the way it works because it's unique. The gameplay is fine. It's just that they have some other issues like matchmaking and user retention. They have to have an update that actually attracts people to these to YouTube videos or these live streams, because clearly it's just not there. All right, so moving on to the second game. This one's one of the two games tied for third. Apex Legends. I honestly don't really see this as a big surprise, considering the lineup that came in today. But Apex Legends, let's just say, I don't think they've really had much updates. Last time we streamed this game was before Chapter 1. But the last time they did come to the schedule in Chapter 1, they were awful. They were really awful. And they were gone within like 11 days, because that's how long the seasons were back then. Which, in my honest opinion, was a disgrace. I should have never done 11 days for a season. Because changing everything every 11 days was a pain in the behind, and that's why I'm not doing that no more. But honestly, I think Apex Legends, I don't know if they're going to succeed here. Because there's already more Battle Royale games that are... I think, at least... There's one in the streaming schedule. And there's another right here on the polls that we're about to come to next. Which... They're all trying to compete to be the best Battle Royale. But that's already been decided. And they're already in Class S. And that is Fortnite. But... it wouldn't hurt to see Apex try. I mean, they've been trying for a couple weeks now. I think they were around since poll number 2, if I remember correctly. But they haven't gotten much success then, and now they're already headed to the 5th contest. Alright, and our next game, also tied for second, is Splitgate 2. Splitgate 2 is very new. As it came out, I think not even 2 months ago. I've never played it. I've not seen videos on it. All I've seen was it was a Battle Royale. Supposedly, I haven't... well, allegedly it is, but I haven't really played the game. I haven't seen videos on it. There's no information I have on this game, so I can't really brutally rank it. So I have to treat it as neutral. I'd say Splitgate's a new and upcoming game, so I do have to say it's got potential because it's new. It is... yeah, this game follows the sequel of Splitgate. So Splitgate had to have been successful for a Splitgate 2 to happen as well. So I do have to say that. Yeah, that's about that. And in the final game in this poll, and the one that has officially qualified in Class A for this upcoming season, goes to Fall Guys. And this one didn't come to a surprise either. I want to congratulate Epic Games, as all 3 of their game modes are back in the schedule at the same time for the first time since Season 5, I believe. Was it Season 5? I believe it was Season 5 when this last happened. So I want to congratulate Fall Guys for that. Fall Guys deserves to be here. Because last time they were in the schedule, they were a tertiary game, but they actually performed really well. They were second best, I believe, out of whoever, but I don't remember. But I know COD was there, and I think somebody else that was good was there, but Fall Guys is back, and get ready to see what they can do here. I think for Fall Guys' case, I think the issue is lack of gameplay modes. Like, you can tell that they don't put as much effort into the game as they used to. The player count's so small, but despite that, there's still a good game. Those are some minor issues, because you used to be able to play up to 60 people in a game, which I loved that. And I've actually won a game in those lobbies before, but then they dropped the player counts twice, actually. First down to 40 players, and then again to 32 to react to Stumble Guys, but Fall Guys has played more on Xbox than Stumble Guys still, so they still have the front over them. Stumble Guys still has a chance to make the schedule, for those of you who don't know, that they are actually ranked high enough in the play counts on Xbox right now to be featured, but they'll probably be around the 9th or 10th poll. They're most likely getting a start in the 9th contest, if you're wondering, assuming the rankings don't change. But Fall Guys is going to be dominant here. I'm pretty sure it's going to be dominant because it's just more well known, it's more developed, and it isn't a mobile ripoff cash grab. Well, I guess Stumble Guys really wasn't a cash grab, but it's more of a ripoff. But I want to say congratulations to Fall Guys. Y'all are moving on to Season 1 of Chapter 2. Apex Legends and Splitgate 2, you'll be moving on to the 5th Xbox contest, which will be the last contest before we get into a different class. So if you do not get in the schedule during the 5th contest, then you will not be Class A, you'll at least be Class B. So keep an eye on that. You want to get in the schedule in Class A, because anything lower than that, and there's going to be some minor issues with screen time. More major if you're in Class C, but that is honestly what the reality is here. So yeah, that is that. We take a look here on the Discord now. You will see all of the games in the schedule. Only games in the first 4 classes will have logos, because I don't have enough emoji cons to do all of them. I mean, I could, but I also want to feature the Premier League this upcoming season. And that would require another 20 emoji cons. Yeah, 50 is not a lot. 50 emojis is not a lot. But as you can see now, there are 7 games qualified for the next season in the streaming side, and 7 in the non-stream. There should be 7 at least, but I'll have to update that in a minute. Yeah, I really have to update that in a minute. As you can see in Class S, we have Roblox. We still got our Roblox. They've been there for a while now. They were the first ones there. Then Grow a Garden joined Class S 2 days later. And then Fortnite joined as well. Then Forsaken joined Class S, and then finally Rocket League became the final Class S member. And now there are 3 spots left in Class A. 2 of them are going to go to Roblox games. 1's going to an Xbox game. And these how it says the amount of screen time that you see on the right of each league is not accurate. It is going to be changed. So do not think this is accurate anymore, because it's going to change once this video comes out. So they will definitely change. Some of them will stay the same, but there's going to be a couple of changes to reflect that. And then, of course, down here you got our Class D and E games, which we're going to have more as the season build-up continues. We're almost 3 weeks in, which is about 3/8 of the build-up. And honestly, I just can't wait to see if this next season will begin soon. And the final thing I want to talk about is the poll that happened before. We've suggested 2 different logos for people to vote on, and an overwhelming 7-0 has won against that. The purple logo will be advancing to the next round. They will be advancing to the semifinal, where they will await the winner of the red logo versus the I believe it was the yellow logo that they're up against. So as for the gray logo, which that's supposed to be the gray logo, they have been eliminated. So yeah, and that is that for this video. I want to thank you guys for watching it, and support the build-up.